The secret of the pond. In the olden days, there was a small pond between the main building and the auditorium. They say that the pond was created by a bomb during the war, and it destroyed a refugee tent that was set up there. Apparently, all the refugees in the tent were killed. It is said that the bottom of the pond is stained red with the blood of the refugees, and sometimes you can smell the stench of blood wafting through the air. There is another story about the pond as well. If you write a letter to someone you like and ask them to meet you at the pond, and they actually show up, then you will live happily ever after together. But beware, if the person you like doesn't show up at the pond, you will die from the pond's curse, inevitably. Emily, a shy and quiet student, had a secret crush on an upperclassman. She could no longer handle her feelings and desires, so she finally decided to write a letter to the upperclassman and wait for him at the pond. However, the letter passed through many hands and was lost somewhere in the school. Emily never knew that her letter was never sent to the upperclassman, but she waited for him at the edge of the pond all night. It was a cold night, and she waited for hours by the pond, which gave her a high fever and caused her to miss school for a while. After Emily recovered, she went back to school, but she became even quieter and shyer than before. Her friends tried to comfort her as much as they could, but it didn't work. And she eventually transferred to another school because of her disappointment in her love. Just a few days later, her body was found floating in the pond. It is said that on moonlit nights, she often appears as a waterlogged ghost with fierce eyes and wet hair. She would quietly peek out from outside the building, looking for the person who wrote the letter and came to wait for the person they like at the pond, just like her.